We're taking two here. 5:35. I already shot 3 or 4 minutes into this and my phone decided to shut off. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Anyway, what we're talking about here is the AVATA 2. And this is one of my go-tos for flying. It is amazing what I can do with it, what many others can do with it, and the little add-on things that are perfect for what I and many do with, going deep into a bando, far into the trees, and then that little H on the screen. That is my favorite feature of all time. I don't need return to home because I can just find that H and it'll get me back to where I want to with help of the visual spotter and stuff like that. But there's a huge fatal flaw with this thing, and this is not the first go around with this. Usually I have a GoPro style mount that goes on top of here, and I add a loom cube on top of here. At this location I was flying, I did not have the light on it because I didn't need it, but I still had the mount on it. And the mount just sticks up and goes right here. Well, guess what's underneath here? This is what I'm calling a fatal flaw. This is a very soft plastic that easily can push in, and then when you have a little nipple that's sitting on the top, what ended up happening was, you see how I fly if you follow the channel. Cinematic. It is slow, but we take epic risks going through some insane gaps if they are in the trees or in bandos and stuff like that, and every once in a while we get caught up. And I had this issue once before. I got stuck inside of a fan trying to shoot through the gap, and it stopped, got stuck, and then it kind of thrusted itself forward and it fell on that mount. Well, again, what's underneath that mount? This soft piece of plastic that, I don't know if you can see, it pushes in, and the little GPS module is right underneath that. And this board flexes with any amount of applied force. Like, I bent the shit out of it just by barely touching it. You can see that this GPS is absolutely freaking trashed. Garbage. And I knew as soon as it hit the floor that, yep, instant no GPS. And for, like I said, the style flying we do, I want that H on my screen. It'll still fly. It will still work. It just has no return to home if you needed it, and it has that no little H, yada, 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 yada. So I wish I knew now what I knew the first time that happened, because I would have gone this route. It was considerably cheaper than sending it out. And I got a killer deal for this one for the issue I had. And it was pretty new when that happened. I've had this one 6 or 7 months, give or take. So I did some research on the way home from the bando and had found a store and found one of these. And you can get them all over the place, and they only come from one region. I did not find any in the States. But it's a simple fix. There's a couple screws. There's actually a video on it. There's one, there it is right there, one little tiny plug. I get my hand to focus. There we go. One little tiny plug. Let's see if we can get it to focus right there. Yeah. There it is. The post that's there with a rubber grommet, you unscrew that. It swings the little clamp that holds that down, and you undo the tiny screw here. You got one here. These two here on the back are the ones that are right here. It took about 4 minutes. It was not hard. There's a little bit of double-sided tape that's on the piece inside there. So just gingerly peel it back up. No big deal. And then same process going back in. Took a couple minutes. You can find these anywhere from $50 to $70, especially with what's going on right now. I'm not shipping anything anywhere. I want my stuff to continue to work, and I pray they work out a resolution, because there's a lot of people like myself that count on these for what we do, especially businesses and stuff like that. And it's just absolute railroading what they're doing, and quite unfair, to be honest. So hopefully they work something out. We'll see. Only time can tell. But if you have an AVATA and you lose your GPS because you smacked the thing in here, don't be afraid to change it. And I'm hoping, assuming we can even get a new AVATA 3, which I've been saving for. I don't want the Neo. It's too small. Doesn't handle the wind for what we do. So I opted not to. I don't even think it's for sale here yet. Or if it will, I don't know. But I was really hoping for the AVATA 3. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of hijinks going on. I don't know. But yeah, that's my issue with what I had, and hopefully that will give somebody the confidence to try to fix their own and not send it out, especially with what's going on, and that you can find this unit anywhere. Peace out.